Hi, my name is Maeve, and I will be performing a monologue from Mean Girls by Tina Fey. In this scene, Regina George forgives Katie Heron for hitting her with a bus. Okay, I'm going to forgive you because I'm on a lot of pain medication right now. You know I died for 15 seconds, right? Spoiler alert, heaven looks like a really nice hotel in Miami. When I woke up in the middle of the street, all I could see was my mom's face and Gretchen's big face looking down at me. And they looked so surprised, not even sad, just like surprised that I could be bleeding. Like they forgot I was a human person. I've actually been a human person this whole time, though I know I was harsh. And people call me a bitch. But do you know what they were going to call me if I was a boy? Reginald. They were going to call me Reginald if I was a boy. So honestly, I'd rather be bitch.
My name is Saoirse, and I'm performing a monologue from the play Honour by Joanna Murray Smith. In this scene, Sophie is speaking to her father's mistress. You're so clear. I mean, you seem so clear about things. Whereas I'm so... I can never quite say what I'm... Even to myself, I'm so inarticulate. Some nights I just lie awake and go over the things I've said. Confidently, the things I've said confidently, and they fall to pieces. And where there are words, there's now just this feeling of impossibility, that everything is, there's no way through it. I used to feel that way when I was very young. Not a childish feeling. Well, maybe. As if I was choking on, as if life itself was coming down on me and I couldn't see my way through it. What is a child who has everything suffer from? Who could name it? I can't. But it was a sort of, I used to see it in my head as surrounding me like a jungle, some darkness, something growing, something organic, alive. And the only thing that kept me here was the picture of Honor and George. Silly, because I'm old now and I shouldn't remember that. Lying in bed and feeling that they were there. Outside the room and all their warmth and a kind of a charm to them. Maybe you're right, and it was not so simple as it looked, but they gave such a strong sense of love for each other, and inside that I felt loved, and since I've gotten older, I don't feel that, I feel as if everything that saved me has just fallen from me, and you know, I'm not a child anymore, and I'm not a kid, but I still feel like I need. Sorry. I wish I was like you.
My name is Clara, and I will be doing a monologue from Once Upon a Bride There Was a Forest by Kristen Palmer. In this inner monologue, Josie contemplates the consequences of giving up her voice in order to remain with her father, who does not remember her. What happens when you lose your voice? Instead of talking, you choke up like you're gonna cry all the time, just to relieve the pressure of all the things you cannot say. and you don't even remember why it is you cannot say them. You tell yourself they were stupid anyways. Probably they would have revealed you as the fool you are. Unfit for human understanding, unfit for human conversation, unfit for human anything. So, better to be silent. Better to go and stick your head in an oven or in a bowl of water. Breathe in water instead of air. Or in a pillow. Fill yourself with something different. Gas, water, feathers. Anything to fill this awful empty, anything. What happens when you lose your voice? You crawl somewhere far inside of yourself. You get lost in caverns of forgotten time, and you stumble across memories better left untouched. You tell yourself that you said what you meant to say, even though you never did. And you remember that, even when you had your voice, you never said what you meant to say. A lot of times you said the opposite, and that didn't help anyone. But you would have said, I love you. I love you and I need you. And every time I think of you, instead of you, there's this horrible hole in me. A hole that's like a forest, where nothing is as it seems and nobody knows who I am. And it's so dark and topsy-turvy that I got lost before I even started. And I need your light to lead me out.
Hi, my name is Garrett, and this is my scene partner Charlie. Today we'll be performing a piece from Neil Simon's The Odd Couple. In this scene, Oscar comforts his best friend Felix about his divorce.
Oh, Felix, 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 Felix!
I know. What am I gonna do, Oscar?
I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to swallow those pills with some hot black coffee. Can I leave you alone for a minute?
No, I don't think so. Stay with me, Oscar. Talk to me.
A cup of black coffee. It'll be good for you.
You know, the craziest thing is I think I still love her. It was a lousy marriage, but I still love her. I didn't want this divorce.
What about some Ovaltine? You like Ovaltine? Some Fig Newtons or...
All right, so we didn't get along, but we had 2 wonderful kids and a beautiful home, didn't we, Oscar?
vanilla wafers, chocolate fingers.
But what more does she want? What more does any woman want?
Well, I want to know what you want. Coffee, tea, Ovaltine? Then we'll get to the divorce.
That's just not fair. Damn it! Oh, my neck!
What?
Oh, it's a nerve spasm. I get it in the neck. Oh.
Where does it hurt?
Just don't touch me! Don't touch me.
Relax. I just want to see where it hurts.
It'll go away. Just leave me alone a few minutes. No!
Look, lie down. I'll rub it. It'll ease the pain.
But you don't know how to rub me. It's a special way. Only Francis knew how to rub me.
So you want me to call Francis over to rub you?
No, we're getting a divorce. Damn it, she wouldn't want to rub me anymore.
Look, do you want to suffer? Do you want me to rub your stupid neck?
Oh, easy. Go easy.
Relax. Damn it, relax!
Don't yell at me! Oscar, isn't this just terrible? I can't relax. At night I have to sleep in one position all night. And Francis says when I die, on my tombstone it's going to say, "Here stands Felix Unbar." Oh!
Does that hurt?
No, it feels good!
Then say so. You know, you make the same sound for pain and happiness.
I know! Oscar, I think I'm going crazy.
Well, if it helps, I think so too.
No, I mean it. Why else do I run up here like this, scaring you to death? What is that?
It's panic. You're a panicky person. You're below threshold for composure.
Don't stop! It feels good!
Look, if you don't relax, I'm gonna break my fingers. Look at this. The only man in the world with clenched hair.
Oscar, you know I do terrible things. You know I'm a crybaby.
Just bend over.
Oh, I tell the whole world my problems. Oh.
Look, if this hurts, just tell me, because I don't know what I'm doing here.
But it just isn't nice. Running up here, carrying on like a nut.
There. How does your neck feel?
A little better, but now my back hurts.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and today I will be performing a monologue from the play Brighton Beach Memoirs by Neil Simon. I will be performing the role of Nora, and in this monologue, she is confronting her mother about her need for independence and lack of love she had from her mother growing up. I can't believe it. You mean it was alright for you to leave us, but it wasn't alright for me to leave you? It was my future. Why couldn't I have something to say about it? I need to be independent. So, what? I'm meant to give up the one chance I may never get again? Is that it? I'm the one who has to pay for what you couldn't do with your own life. I'm not judging you. I can't even talk to you. I don't exist to you. I have tried so hard to get close to you, but there was never any room. Whatever you had to give went to Dad, and when he died, whatever you had left to give went to Laurie. Oh, I have been jealous of Laurie my whole life because she was lucky enough to be born sick. I could never turn the light on in my room at night or read in bed because Laurie always needed her precious sleep. I could never have a friend over on the weekend because Laurie was always resting. Oh, I used to pray I'd get some terrible disease or get hit by a car and have a leg all twisted and crippled, and then once, maybe just once, I get to crawl into bed next to you on a cold, rainy night and talk to you and hold you until I fell asleep in your arms. Just once.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and I'm going to be playing the character of Craig from Roses Are Red. In this extract, Craig confronts his therapist about the loss of his mother.
You understand. You understand. No, you don't understand. You think just because you have a PhD and a framed certificate on the wall that you magically know what I'm feeling. What a load of crap. You're just doing your job. Making your money. You probably never cared about anyone in your life. Well, I do. I care too much. That's why I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Every time I see a woman who even slightly resembles my mom, I swear she's gonna turn around and it'll be her. Here, now, alive, smiling at me, but it never is. I keep waking up in the middle of the night screaming, all drenched in sweat. Yesterday, I put my fist through a window and shattered it to pieces. My mom is dead! She's dead. And I can't even cry. Because if I do cry, it'll mean I accept. Really accept that she's gone. I can't let my mom be gone. Please, you have to understand. I can't let my mom be gone.
Hi, my name is Jamie Hamilton, and today I'm going to be doing the monologue Breakup Artist. In this monologue, there's this guy who says to everyone that he's not a bad guy, and he explains the things that he does for his job. People think I'm a bad guy. Like, I wake up every morning thinking, who can I devastate before lunch? But listen, I'm a service provider. You want a girlfriend you want to break up with, but you're scared she'll throw a mug at you, or cry, or worse. Post about it on TikTok. What do? You call me. I'll show up to your house with flowers or tacos, wherever our vibe is. And I'll say, hey there. Brian wishes you well and thinks you're hot. But he's too emotionally constipated that he just chosen freedom over therapy. And then I duck out of there fast. I had things thrown at me. Purses, iced coffees, even a flip-flop. No, it was actually a crock. Whatever. I still got the title for it. I'm not actually a bad guy. I saved many people. I'm just a necessary, what do you call it? Wi-Fi ads or Gale.
Hi, my name's Amina, and today I'll be playing Amy from the play Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. In this monologue, Amy is talking to Laurie about how she feels like a failure compared to her sisters and is wanting to give up her art. I'm a failure. Meg is married and so very happy as a wife and mother. Jo is in New York being a writer. And I'm a failure. I know that's quite a statement to make at 20, but Rome took all the vanity out of me. With all the beautiful woman, and the fashion, and the art, the art. And Paris made me realize I'd never be a genius. So I'm giving up all my foolish artistic hopes. Yes, I'm giving it up. I know I have talent and energy, but talent isn't genius, and no amount of energy can make it so. No matter how much I hope and dream, I want to be great or nothing. I won't be a commonplace dauber, so I don't intend to try anymore. What women are allowed into the club of geniuses anyway? The Brontes, I think, but that's probably it. Maybe Jane Austen. And I wonder who it is who declares genius. Is it men? I suppose it is. And I doubt they want to declare many women as genius. Are they just cutting down the competition? Or is that just a very complicated argument to make me feel better? Realistically, though, I do think that male or female, I am of middling talent. So, what am I going to do with my life? Do I just polish up my other talents? Be an ornament to society? Pretty and on display? Yes, that is what I'll do.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and alongside my castmate Anna, we will be performing a scene from The Appointment of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. I will be playing the role of Jack, and my castmate Anna will be playing the role of Algernon. In this scene, Algernon and Jack have a disagreement about their fiancés.
This ghastly state of things is what you call bunburying, I suppose.
Yes, and a perfectly wonderful bunbury it is. The most wonderful bunbury I've ever had in my life.
Well, you've no right whatsoever to bunbury here.
That is absurd. One has the right to bunbury anywhere one chooses. Every serious bunburyist knows that.
Serious bunburyist? Good heavens.
Well, one must be serious about something if one wants to have any amusement in life. I happen to be serious about bunburying.
Well, the only small satisfaction I have in this whole wretched business is that your friend Bunbury is quite exploded. be able to run onto the country quite so often as you used to, dear Algie. Not a very good thing, too.
Your brother is a little off colour, isn't he, dear Jack? You won't be able to disappear to London as your wicked custom was, and not a bad thing either.
As for your conduct towards Miss Cardew, I must say that your taking in a sweet, simple, innocent girl like that is quite inexcusable. To say nothing of the fact that she is my ward.
There is no possible defence at all for your deceiving a brilliant, clever, thoroughly experienced young lady like Miss Fairfax, to say nothing of the fact that she is my cousin.
I wanted to be engaged to Gwendolen, that is all. I love her.
Well, I simply wanted to be engaged to Cecily. I adore her.
There is certainly no chance that you and I misgot you!
I don't think there is much likelihood, Jack, of you and Miss Fairfax being united.
Well, that is no business of yours.
If it was my business, I wouldn't talk about it. It is very vulgar to talk about one's business. Only people like stockbrokers do that, and then merely at dinner parties.
How can you sit there calmly when you're in this terrible trouble I can't seem to make out? You to me seem perfectly heartless.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'll be playing Beryl from Confusions by Alan Ackburn. In this scene, Beryl attempts to make a connection with the man sitting next to her, opening up about the domestic violence she's experiencing. Thanks. Sorry. Only the man over there won't stop talking. I wanted to read this in peace. I couldn't concentrate. He just kept going on and on about his collections or something. I usually don't mind too much, only when you get a letter like this, you need all your concentration. Especially trying to decipher writing like this. He must have been stoned out of his mind when he wrote it. It wouldn't be unusual. I mean, look at it. He's sorry. He didn't mean to do what he did. He won't do it again, I promise. I seem to have heard that all before. I can tell you. There's no excuse for it, is there? Violence, I mean. What am I supposed to do? Keep going back to that? Every time he loses his temper, there's no excuse. A fracture, you know. It was nearly a compound fracture. 2 x-rays. I said to him when I got back, I said, "You bastard! You know what you did to my head?" And he just stands there. The way that he does. "Sorry," he says. "I'm ever so sorry." I said, "You're a bastard. A right uncontrolled, violent, bad-tempered bastard." And you know what he said? He said, "You call me a bastard again, and I'll smash your stupid face in." That's what he said. I mean, you can't have a rational, civilized discussion with a man like that, can you? He's a right bastard. And my friend Jenny, she says, "You're a loony. Leave him, for God's sake, you're loony." Who needs that? You tell me one person who needs that. Only where do I go? He has all my things, all my personal things, all my everything. I'll finish up back there. You wait and see.
must be out of my tiny mind. Sometimes I just want to jump down a big black hole and forget it all. Only I know that bastard will be waiting at the bottom, waiting to thump the life out of me.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I will be performing a monologue from the play Container Sharks by Don Zolitis. In this play, Joyce is presenting her business idea to investors. Hello, sharks. Sometimes with all the trauma we're experiencing on a daily basis, we need a little bit something of a stick me up. Pick me up. I meant to pick me up, but I said the word wrong. Of course I did. Any chance I get to do something great for myself, I screw it up. I forgot to say my name. My name is Joyce. Can I start over, please? Thank you. Hello, sharks. Hello, sharks. Sharks. Hello. I'm so sorry. Hello, humans and shark. Sometimes all the trauma we're experiencing on a daily basis, we need a little bit something of a stick me up. Anyways, so I decided to just make these stickers. Yes, I did. And these stickers, they come packs of 12 and they say really nice things. Like this one that says, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. And sometimes it's all you need in life. Even when everybody else thinks that you're a loon and your sticker idea is dumb and you'll never amount to anything and you're going to die alone in a blaze of fire. Sometimes they don't work. But I have others. Like this one that says, you will not die alone. These stickers are so stupid. I don't even know why I bothered to make them. I don't even know why I came here. Can I start over, please?
Hi, my name is Garrett, and today I'll be performing a piece from Edward Albee's The American Dream. In this scene, Efron explains his outlook on life. I don't get much sleep. When I do, it's always nightmares. I sit in a pit full of infinite skulls, trying to remember their faces. I don't feel sad, happy, angry, or even scared. Nothing makes sense, and yet it doesn't need to. What's so great about life anyways? Seriously. Happiness is merely a fleeting moment. Money? That's pathetic. Our passions, they'll never reach anyone or anything. Love? In the end, we'll have to leave them and they'll to return the favour. God? Well, he better not exist. Because I'm raging a war with others. And we'll break down those gates. And what happens after you die? Maybe God's got us something better.
Hi, my name is Ciara, and today I'll be playing the character Matilda from Matilda the Musical by Dennis Kelly. In this monologue, Matilda is telling the story of the acrobat and the escapologist. And so, they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. The great escapologist had to escape from the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, grab a fire extinguisher with the other, and put out the flames on her specially designed dress within 12 seconds before they reached the dynamite and blew his wife's head off. The trick started well. The moment the specially designed dress was out of light, the acrobat swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she hurled over the sharks and the spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds, they watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, she began to lean out her arms towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, suddenly the padlocks pinged open and the huge chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, that escapologist reached out one huge muscled arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, and she grabs his hand. And suddenly the flames are covered in foam before they can both be blown to pieces. Maybe it was the thought of their child. Maybe it was nerves. But the escapologists used just a touch too much foam and their hands became slippy. and she fell. She broke every bone in her body except the ones at the ends of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough to have their child, but the effort was too great. Love our little girl, she said. Love our daughter with all of your heart. She is all we ever wanted. And then she died.
My name is Saoirse, and this is Mary. We are performing a scene from The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. In this scene, Gwendolyn and Cecily meet each other for the first time. You're here on a short visit, I suppose.
Oh, no, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, or some female relative of advanced years resides here also?
Oh, no, I have no mother, nor in fact any relations.
Indeed.
My dear guardian, with the assistance of Miss Prism, has the most odious task looking after me.
Your guardian?
Yes, I'm Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh. It is strange he never mentioned to me that he had a ward. How secretive of him. He grows more interesting hourly. I'm not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings of unmixed delight. I'm very fond of you, Cecily. I've liked you ever since I met you. But I am bound to state that now I know you are Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help expressing a wish you were, well, just a little older than you seem to be, and not quite so very alluring in appearance. In fact, if I may speak candidly...
Pray do. I think that whenever one has anything unpleasant to say, one should always be quite candid.
Well, to speak with perfect candor, Cecily, I wish that you were fully 42, and more than usually plain for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the very soul of truth and honour. Disloyalty would be as impossible to him as deception. But even men of the noblest possible moral character are extremely susceptible to the physical charms of others. Modern, no less than ancient history, supplies us with very most painful examples of what I refer to. If it were not so, indeed history would be quite unreadable.
I beg your pardon, Gwendolyn. Did you say Ernest?
Yes.
But it's not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is my guardian. It is his brother, his elder brother.
Ernest never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
I'm sorry to say they have not been on good terms for quite a time.
Ah, that accounts for it. In fact, I've never heard any man mention his brother. The subject seems distasteful to most men. Cecily, you've lifted a load from my mind. I was growing almost anxious. It would have been terrible if any cloud had come across French black hours, would it not? Of course, you are quite sure that it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is your guardian?
Quite sure. In fact, I'm going to be his.
I beg your pardon?
There's no reason why I should make a secret of it to you, dear Gwendolyn. Mr. Ernest Worthing and I are engaged to be married.
My darling, Cecily, I think there must be some slight error. Mr. Ernest Worthing is engaged to me. The announcement will appear on the Morning Post on Saturday at the latest.
I'm afraid you must be under some misconception, dear Gwendolyn. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
It is certainly very curious, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you care to verify the incident, pray do so. I never travel anywhere without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. I'm so sorry, dear Cecily, if it is any disappointment to you, but I am afraid I have the prior claim.
It would cause me very much pain if it caused you any mental or physical anguish, but I feel bound to point out that since Ernest proposed to you, he clearly has changed his mind.
If the poor fellow had been entrapped into any foolish promise, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him at once, and with a firm hand.
Do you suggest, Miss Farfax, that I have trapped Ernest into an engagement? How dare you? There's no time for in the shallow mask matters. When I see a spade, I call it a spade.
Well, I'm glad to say that I've never seen a spade. It is obvious that our social spheres have been widely different.
Hi, my name is Sav, and today I'll be playing Pearl from the movie Pearl. Pearl is about a conservative Christian girl who begins to snap. In this scene, Pearl is talking to her sister-in-law about her insecurities after her husband has left for war.
I hate feeling like this. So pathetic. Do people like you ever feel this way? I figured you don't. Just seems so perfect all the time. Lord must have been generous to you. He never answers any of my prayers. I don't know why. What did I do? What is wrong with me? Please just tell me so that maybe I can get better. I don't want to end up like Mama. I want to be dancing up on the screen like those pretty gals in the pictures. I want what they have so badly. To be perfect. To be loved by as many people as possible. To make up for all my time spent suffering. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, the fear washes over me. Because what if this is it? What if I'm right where I belong? I mean, I'm a failure. I'm not pretty or naturally pleasant or friendly. I'm not smart or confident or funny. No. I'm exactly what Mama said I was. Weak. I don't know why. What did I do? What is wrong with me? Why wasn't my family like yours? I hate what it feels like to be me and not you.
My name is Ali, and today I'll be playing Jo March from the play Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. In this scene, Jo is telling Laurie that she doesn't love him.
I wanted to save you from this. I never wanted to make you care for me, so when I went away to keep you from it if I could. You're a great deal too good for me, and I'm so grateful to you and so proud and fond of you. I don't know why I can't love you as you want me to. I've tried, but I can't change the feeling, and it will be a lie to say I do when I don't. I'm so sorry. So desperately sorry. I could kill myself if it would do any good. I wish you wouldn't take it so hard. I can't help it. You know it's impossible for people to make themselves love other people if they don't. I don't believe it's the right sort of love, and I'd rather not try it. I agree with Mother that you and I are not suited to each other, because our quick tempers and strong wills would probably make us very unhappy if we were as foolish as to... No, I can't. I've tried and failed, but I won't risk our happiness by such a serious experiment. We don't agree, and we never shall, so we'll be good friends, all our lives, but we won't go into anything rash. Now, do be reasonable and take a sensible view of the case. I can't say yes, truly, so I won't say it at all. You'll see that I'm right by and by, and you'll thank me for it. You'll get over this after a while and find some lovely, accomplished girl who will adore you and make a fine mistress for your fine house. I shouldn't. I'm homely and awkward and odd and old, and you would be ashamed of me, and we should quarrel. We can't help it even now, you see? And I shouldn't like elegant society, and you would, and you'd hate my scribbling, and I can't get on without it. And we should be unhappy and wish we hadn't done it, and everything would be horrid. I don't believe I shall ever marry. I'm happy as I am and love my liberty too well to be in a hurry to give it up for any mortal man. I've done my best, but you won't be reasonable, and it's selfish of you to keep teasing for what I can't give. I shall always be fond of you, very fond indeed, as a friend, but I'll never love you, and the sooner you realize it, the better it is, for both of us.
My name is Clara, and I will be doing a monologue from The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. In this scene, Lady Bracknell has discovered Jack's intentions to marry her daughter. Upon learning of his background, she is shocked.
Mr. Worthing, I must confess I am somewhat bewildered by what you have just told me. To be born, or at any rate bred in a handbag, whether it had handles or not, seems to me to indicate a contempt for the ordinary decencies of family life that remind one of the worst excesses of the French Revolution. And I presume you know what that unfortunate movement led to? As for the particular locality in which the handbag was found, a cloakroom in a railway station could hardly be regarded as an assured basis for a recognized position in good society. I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try and acquire some relations as soon as possible, and to make a definite effort to produce, at any rate, one parent of either sex before the season is quite over. You could hardly imagine that Lord Bracknell and I would dream of allowing our only daughter, a girl brought up with the utmost good care, to marry into a cloakroom and form an alliance with the parcel? Good morning, Mr. Worthing.
Hi, my name is Maeve, and I will be performing a monologue from the play The Most Massive Woman Wins by Madeline George. In this scene, Rennie waits in a liposuction clinic and rants about her abusive mother. The first photo of me is at my first birthday party. In this one, I'm screaming with laughter and holding my hands up to show the camera that I'm just covered in chocolate cake. My face is smeared with it, and it's all over the front of my pretty pink dress. Apparently, I was fairly verbally advanced as a kid, and my parents were showing me off. When my Uncle Jake says, "Oh yeah? How smart is she?" "She's a genius," says my mother. "She'll do anything you want her to. Try it." "So," says my Uncle Jake, "Rennie dear, will you take that cake and just smush it all over your face for me?" And I did it, of course, because I was just that smart. And I ruined the front of my dress. And they took a photo of me humiliating myself at my first birthday party. This one's my mother's favorite. It's of her and me on one of our mother-daughter days. We're on the steps of the Met and we're looking very close. But what you don't see is my mother, and she's boring her knuckles into the small of my back, saying, "Straighten up, sweetheart, it lengthens your neck. Now glow, come on, we want this one to glow." For a while, there's an absence of photos where tummies are no longer little girl cute. Mother hides me at family gatherings, and I seem always to end up behind pieces of furniture. So we have no extant record of the long years of wanting and wanting and wanting. Reaching for bread and peanut butter and having Slim Fast thrust into my 12-year-old fist. So when I finally want nothing, nothing at all, when I finally want so little that my knees buckle when I walk from class to class, and it is hard for me to get up in the mornings, and my head feels like a 10-ton brick on my shoulders. When I finally want so little that my hair becomes loose and it falls out of my head, and my skin is sore, and I can't do anything. Then Mother pulls me out from behind the Chase Lounge and she says, "This is my daughter Rennie. This is my amazing, beautiful daughter Rennie." And out comes the camera.
Hi, my name is Sav. I'll be performing a monologue from the play A Woman's Battle by Sean Adams, as the character Cassandra. In this scene, Cassandra is arguing with her mother over the death of her brother Hector. Hector dies today. You've all seen it. Soon enough, Troilus follows. Then Paris, Polyxena, and Deiphobus.
ferryman's boat is filled with the sons and daughters of Priam. You, mother, stand alone in a pile of ashes. And poor Stynax, I can see the loom. I see it as clearly as Ulysses' wife. She weaves and waits for her husband to return. He's held in place, sailing always, going nowhere. But first he fills the belly of a horse with an army of men. And then Troy burns. Troy burns. A Helen and a woe. I said it then. I begged you. I begged them all to send her from here. They wouldn't. I knew they wouldn't. I could see them refusing me before I asked. She brought the doom of Troy with her, and they refused to see it. No man believes me, but women, you choose to be deaf. You want to lay blame, mother? You killed my brother. You killed Hector!
My name is Jamie, and I'm going to be doing the monologue Telltale Hearts. In this monologue, there's this guy named Philip who kills his uncle named Gillen Marshall, and he gets sent to asylum for the criminally insane.
The beating of the heart. Just make it stop! Just make it stop!
Warren, thank God you come. It was so loud I couldn't even hear you. Listen to you, Warren. Listen. Do you hear that? The beating. His heart. Uncle Gillen's. They say I murdered him. But how can he be dead? Well, his heart is still beating. You think I'm crazy, don't you? You're like the rest of them. But I'm not. I swear I'm not. Let me try to convince you. Please stay. It'll only take a second. It was a simple story, really. You see, I had an uncle named Gillen Marshall. He was one of the richest men in Survey. He lived alone in an old, ruined mansion. I used to visit him. In his great library, the floorboards were rotten away. They could just take him out easily. But one night, just one night, me and him went by the fire. Then he plans to give his £1,000 to my cousin Ruth and not a single penny to me. Then he guided my hand to his heart. Then he said, "Does this heart sound like the man near death? I shall live a year yet, my boy." And you know what? I just had to accept it. But then I spotted my chance. The heavy firearm.
That's it. The heavy firearm. Don't worry, Uncle. This will kill you easily. And then I hit him and hit him and hit him. Then his secret is under his grave this day. But his heartbeat, just this heartbeat, just torments me every day. This was his revenge.
Hi, my name is Anna, and today I'm going to be doing a monologue from the play Rather Be a Man. In this monologue, Kim is talking about how she wants to be left alone by men. I don't know what it is lately, but I'm getting tired of it. When guys come over to me with their weak lines, "Hey, you have such a beautiful smile," or "Can I just tell you, you're so beautiful." It disgusts me. I mean, who the hell does this guy or that guy think he is to give me such compliments? What gives him the right? I don't do anything to give off any interest whatsoever. I completely look the other way when I see eye contact happening, and they still come over thinking they're so suave, and it's simply repulsive. What does the girl have to do these days? Maybe if I just vomited on myself, the guy would walk the other way. But I bet even then I'd get, "The way you just vomited on yourself is so delightful." All I want is to be left alone. I have a man, I love my man, and I try my best to be polite, but the irritation is getting too much. Guys are blind. They really are oblivious to when a girl isn't interested. There are days when I'd rather be a man.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'll be playing Madame Arcarty from Blithe Spirit by Noel Coward. In this scene, Madame Arcarty, a psychic, conducts a séance.
Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? One rap for yes. 2 raps for no. Now then, is there anyone there? We're getting somewhere. Daphne? Is that you, dear? And how is your cold? I'm so sorry to hear that, dear. Are you doing anything for it? Right. Is there anyone there who wishes to speak with anyone here? Ah. Now we're getting somewhere. Daphne, dear! Oh, Daphne, you're hurting! Daphne, stop and behave yourself. Right. You say that there's someone there who wishes to speak with someone here? Is it me? Is it, Dr. Bradman? Is it, Mrs. Bradman? Is it, Mrs. Condamine? Daphne, stop that now. Behave yourself, child. Is it, Mr. Condamine, eh? Aye. Mr. Condamine. There's someone here who wishes to speak with you.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and I will be playing the role of Gwendolen from The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. In this scene, Gwendolen is introducing herself to Cecily. Cecily Cardew! What a very sweet name. Something tells me that we are going to be great friends. I like you already, more than I can say. And my first impressions of people are never wrong. I may call you Cecily, may I not? and you will always refer to me as Gwendolen, won't you? Then all is quite settled then, is it not? Perhaps this might be a favourable opportunity for my mentioning who I am. Well, my father is Lord Bracknell. But I suppose you've never heard of Papa, have you? Well, outside the family circle, Papa, I am glad to say, is entirely unknown. I think that is quite as it should be. The home seems to me to be the proper sphere for a man. And once a man begins to neglect his domestic duties, he becomes so painfully effeminate, does he not? I don't like that. It makes men so very attractive. Cecily, Mamma, whose views on education are remarkably strict, has brought me up to be extremely short-sighted. Do you mind my looking at you through my glasses?
My name is Sive and this is Garage, and today we'll be performing a scene from The Waitress by Jessie Nelson. In this scene, Dawn, the waitress, who's terrified of falling in love, is serving her regular, Oki, who has fallen madly in love with her.
Hello. I told you I didn't want to see you again. Why are you here? May I take your order?
I'll have the egg white omelet with cottage cheese and mayonnaise on the side. I'm a very persistent man. I know what I want.
And what toast with that? Why are we? Why am I asking? It's Wednesday.
See, we already know each other so intimately.
You don't know me.
Oh, but I do. You are New Dawn Rising. Easily misunderstood, but I see your true beauty. Now, usually I wouldn't do this. Well, actually, I've never done this. But I am certain that we are meant to be together.
I don't know you.
Well, I'm a tax auditor, I drive a lovely subcompact Toyota Yaris, and I love my mama. What else do you need to know?
Your dessert order.
I will have the white knuckle cream pie.
With or without cream?
You decide. I trust you implicitly. But if you were to choose whipped cream, I would love that on the side.
Yeah, I hate when it touches the pie.
Soggy's the crust.
And you can never get the right whipped cream to
Pie ratio to create the perfect bite. That laugh. That intoxicating laugh. Dawn, you inspire poetry in me. Here's one off the top of the head. All my life, I've loved pearls. And Dawn, you are the queen. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Something in between. Still working on that last part. Like the rest, huh?
Please, just take your mixed bouquet and leave. Just leave!
Hi, my name is Sive, and I'll be performing a monologue from the play Into the Breeches by George Brandt, as the character, Stuart. In this scene, Stuart is explaining to the women of the theatre company why he is not enlisted in the army as all the other men in the company have. No, you have every right to know. I assure all of you ladies that I tried to enlist on numerous occasions at various recruitment stations. First, they told me I was too short, so I wore shoes with lifts in them. Then they told me that my vision was too poor, so I cheated on the exam. Finally, they tell me that I am a switch, an accusation which led to an extremely humiliating interrogation I found I did not have the strength to repeat. Believe me, I know where I should be.
Hi, I'm Charlie, and I'll be performing a monologue from Polaroid Stories by Naomi Azuka. In this monologue, Skinhead Boy tells us about his experience in a well. I was born in Grand Island, Nebraska, just west of Omaha. My mother was this beautiful queen, like in some sort of fairy tale. I didn't know my father. I forget his name. He skipped town when I was like a baby, and he went to Denver or something. When I was 7, some guy my mom was checking up tied a rope around my middle and put me into this well out back. 8 days I spent in that well. But I didn't ever think about dying. I waited, and I listened. I heard the sound that the trees made, the way that they and the bugs on the ground rubbing against the dirt and whispering, and the water, the way that all the walls bled water, had the sound, so much sound. Later that night, my mom was holding me so tight, breathing so close to me, face so close to me, so warm and wet. She kept saying, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Like it was the words to some song. She was holding me so tight. She was holding me like I was corning apart.
My name is Ali, and this is Amina and Kira. Today we're performing the short play Come and Go by Samuel Beckett. In this play, 3 friends are meeting up after a long time and they have some past issues.
Rue? Yes. Flo?
Yes.
When did we 3 last meet?
Let us not speak.
Rue? Yes? What do you think of Vi?
I see a little change.
Well... Oh!
Does she not know?
God grant not! Just sitting like we used to in the playground at Miss Wayne's.
On the log. Vi?
Yes.
How do you find Flo?
She seems much the same. Oh, has she not been told?
God forbid. Holding hands in this way.
I was dreaming of love. Flo?
Yes.
How do you think Rue is looking?
Once he's little in this lighting.
Oh! Oh.
Does she not know?
Please, God, not. Shall we not speak of the old days? Of what came after? Shall we hold hands in the old ways?
Rue. Vi. I can feel the rings.